Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist 812 forecast here, guys, and welcome back to another video. It's actually finally Friday, and I hope you guys are excited about this because again, it was actually a pretty short week. I'm actually pretty happy how fast this week gone, and it's actually been a lot better than last week. And we actually have a lot to focus on today. We're going to be focusing on Hurricane Jerry. It's actually very possible that starting the weekend back to tropical storm, but there is that chance it goes back from a tropical storm to a hurricane again. So again, it is starting the weekend, but we actually have a chance for it to strengthen before it even gets close to Bermuda. So that's where we have that threat, guys. And again, Bermuda was just dealing with Umberto 2 days ago, and now we have this another hurricane that could go close to Bermuda, which cause more flooding, more storm surge, and more wind issues. So if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. It really means a lot. Let's get this video up to 10 likes. That will mean a lot. If you guys have any any comments or any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them for you guys. So without further ado, let's get in the video. So here we are looking at the Hurricane Jerry. So it actually has weakened. It is now maximum sustained wind at 70 knots. So and now it's 80 miles per hour. So yesterday was at 90 miles per hour. So it has definitely weakened. And again, it's moving at 80 miles per hour. It's 80 miles per hour. So yeah, we are going to be continuing to see this weekend. It looks like we do have a little area of cold water right here, and it's going to be hitting that. That's where we could have it really weakening very, very fast at a fast rate. And then we have some warmer water surrounding Bermuda. And that is the big threat where we can actually strengthen maybe to a category 2. So get a lot stronger than it was ever. So minimum central pressure has definitely gone up a lot. 990 millibars. Yesterday was at 972. So it's gone up by 18, which is actually a lot, and it just jumped to that. So again, this is a new advisory from Jerry, and it is now moving west northwest again. It's actually bringing in some possibly some light tropical storm force winds for the U.S. It will bring some light tropical storm force winds for the Virgin Islands. We do not have any issues right now with the Lesser Antilles, which is good, and it is moving in west northwest at 17 miles per hour. So again, we should start to have it turn to the north, straight to the north, and then again, it is that chance where it could miss Bermuda, hit Bermuda, and again, that's what we're going to be looking at today to see any new updates compared to yesterday. So now we're going to be looking at satellite imagery I actually like. Yesterday it was something wrong with it. And again, actually earlier today, it turned into a very small system. It was about this size. Like, look how small that was yesterday. Earlier today. But it has gone a lot bigger again. We are having some cloud cover starting to go into the Lesser Antilles and then the U.S. Virgin Islands. We'll also start to see some cloud cover soon. We didn't have that much of really tropical storm force winds really that bad in the Lesser Antilles. And again, it actually is not really looking like a hurricane at all. I'll actually be surprised if this is a category 1 hurricane, really. We don't even see really the eye. We don't even have that much rotation than when we saw yesterday. Usually at these type of hurricanes, you see more rotation every single day, unless it's weakening, obviously, and this one is, but you should think that it's changed so much. Like, we have all this dense cloud cover, then we have some light cloud cover here, and we have more cloud cover here. So it is very unorganized. But again, I think it's gonna start to become more or let's go with more hurricane look, the look of a hurricane by later this weekend. And we are having cloud cover moving in, and we should have again for the U.S. Virgin Islands. We are seeing the most amount of rotation for the outer bands right here into the more the eastern part of the storm. Really, we aren't seeing too much for the southern part of the storm, but again, it's just not as organized. It still has that circular formation, but it doesn't have that rotation really that you really want to see, that you see in a system like this. Again, especially a hurricane like this kind of looks like maybe like a more like a weak tropical storm. So again, here we have the tropical storm watches in effect for the areas of the Lesser Antilles and the Northern Islands. Again, we actually had more for the also Central Islands, but those have gone away. And again, it's not really it's only having tropical storm watches because we'll expect or experience some weak tropical storm force wind and maybe some moderate tropical storm wind gusts. So here it is, weakening to a tropical storm by tomorrow at around 8 p.m. So again, this is going to be the area where we have some cold water. It's going to come in. Again, Dorian did not really go so much, and this water kind of went around it, so that's why. And again, we haven't seen this this water start to cool down a little bit in the past couple of days, and by early tomorrow we should start to see it take that turn, and then by Sunday it will be moving basically directly to the north, and that's where we have that high pressure system right here off the coast of the United States, which is possibly going to be pushing it away. So again, it looks like it would miss, obviously it looked like it would miss Bermuda, but again, that's where we have that high pressure system that could push it. And it looks like it gets very, very close. Here the H is right here. Usually they have that H connecting dots. That's where we have that I. And as you can tell, that I is looking like it could go very, very close off the shore if it misses or directly. So that is also a threat there. Again, we are possibly going to have it go back to a hurricane by Monday, and then by Wednesdays when we have that threat for possibly making a close call for Bermuda. So now that we looked at that, now let's look at the tracks. So here we are looking at the track guidance here, and this actually has changed quite a bit. Again, we still have that Jurassic change right here in the turns, but it has gone. It's gone a bit closer, because yesterday it was kind of like the last one was here and the first one was here. We have cut it a bit closer. Yeah, I think it has gone a bit closer, maybe within less than 100 miles. And then again, we had that HMNI, which it was showing it possibly hitting the areas of the Bahamas. But honestly, it is, look, again, by the next 24 to 48 hours, it will be turning straight to the north, really, because again, it just depends on that high pressure system where it's going to be pushing it, and how these winds, basically what the winds will be guiding it to. So again, we'll have these winds surrounding it, and it just depends on basically where these winds push it. And again, it all depends on this kind of high pressure system like this. It just all depends really on that. So again, here we have it possibly moving in within the next 96 hours. That is, again, where we could have it strengthen back to a hurricane by around Monday. And then, if you guys are looking for Bermuda, it actually took me a while to find Bermuda too. So if you guys couldn't find it, don't feel bad. Or don't feel like you're stupid, because honestly, guys, it took me like 5 minutes to find Bermuda. Bermuda is right here. Let me actually it's right here. It's right behind the OFCI. So that's Bermuda. I'm going to keep it there. So again, here the models. Here's the kind of the one that shows it turning first is right here. And then the one that kind of shows it turning glass is right here. And again, that's still a very big change, but it's a lot closer to yesterday, which is good. So we have a better idea what to see. So again, we actually have a lot of models going right here, and we have a lot of models going over here. So it could go east of the island, or it can go west of the island. And again, that actually would really, really help, because again, the area that got hit the worst by Umberto was the more the northern or eastern or western part of the island. So this will help. And we have a couple models that show getting really close, especially OFCI goes right over Bermuda, and then we have the CTCI that's getting close. We have the EGRI, which is also showing getting close. But again, it's just gonna have to be very close call for Bermuda. It looks like it won't make a direct landfall. It looks like it could just go just east of the island or just west of the island. And again, it looks like they start to turn right here. So it's going to be a very, very close call. And that's why that's why we're going to keep on looking at it. So here's the intended guidance. And this is the one we really need to look at. This is one of maybe the most important things we need to look at. Again, here we have it at 70 knots. Category 1, yes, it's going to be weakening. Some of them all show it weakening, but staying at a category 1. That is a one thing that can happen. Some of them show really weakening at 50 knots, and then staying at a tropical storm, but it strengthens just a little bit. And then we have some that weaken to tropical storm, and then go back to a category 1. And then we have some that don't even show weakening, and then go to category 2. So we have a lot of things that can happen. It's a huge, again, with Jerry this whole time has been a struggle really with the intended guidance. Look how far these models go. It's not like, they all show going up, but not exact same winds. This one's a completely different. So I'm gonna have to agree with it weakening. About more than 50% show it weakening, and then I think we have a good idea that's gonna be weakening. The thing is, we need to know if it's gonna we all know. All right, so what we know is that it's gonna weaken. Even if it doesn't weaken to a tropical storm, we all know it's gonna start weakening, and it looks like it will weaken to a tropical storm. But the thing that we need to know is if it strengthens to a hurricane, or if it strengthens to a major tropical storm. Because here we have the majority are right here. So some of them show going up like this, and then some of them show this. So we need to know that is a huge importance, because that's a good 30 knot difference, which will make a big difference in size for the impacts on Bermuda. And again, I'm not going to be focusing on the intensity guys too much until they start to agree a lot more. But now you guys know, really, we need to know, all we really know for sure is that it's going to be weakening. So again, here we have it as we're going back to 62 knots by Saturday. Again, we are looking for it to strengthen to on Monday. On Sunday, gained a little bit more strength on 70 knots here. On Monday is where we kind of had it peak at 89 knots. And then by Wednesday, or sorry, Tuesday, it's 64 knots. It's going to be a lot slower. By Tuesday, we are seeing tropical storm force winds already for Bermuda. Here's Bermuda inside this little circle thing. So we are seeing it, though, strengthening by Wednesday to 105 knots. And by this time, we are seeing about category 1 force winds for Bermuda. And again, it looks like the eye just misses Bermuda. It looks like it goes like this. And then Bermuda's right here. So it looks like Bermuda will be dodging possibly another hurricane. Of course, Umberto will be a lot stronger based on what we know now. And then it looks like it kind of stalls for a little bit there. And then it goes out into the areas of maybe affecting Great Britain or something. And then we have another hurricane possibly that might not affect the Bermuda, or it might not affect any lands. It might just be one of those hurricanes that just go out into the Atlantic and don't do any damage. So you're going to be looking at the new update. Here's Bermuda, this little island. I don't think I need to really circle that because it's kind of obvious. So here we see it weakening at 1,005 millibars. And then we start seeing strengthen at 995 millibars by Wednesday. Again, it strengthens pretty slow. Here's Bermuda actually getting incredibly heavy rain on Wednesdays, where we're really going to see the heavy rain. And look, this is where the center of the storm is. And look how much rain they are getting ahead of time. Look, the worst of it will be before it even comes. Here's the major part of the hurricane, and here's probably the outer bands. The outer bands looks a lot more advanced than we think, and then it looks like it kind of moves away. Now we're going to be looking at total accumulated precip. This one looks like it might bring a lot more rain than Umberto brought. Umberto brought less than 4 inches about, because again, it did bring a couple feet of storm surge, but again, this one's looking a lot more rain. We can see in the western part of the island could see about 7 to 8 inches, and almost the whole island would definitely see more than 5 inches based on this. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and bye guys.